Hello, 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 everybody. I am so excited to be with you here today and get ready to have some amazing breakthroughs. So if you are around, join me, say hello, let me know where in the world you are. And of course, ask questions, share your comments. And I always want to hear from you if you catch me on the replay. So please say hello on the replay. And of course, let me know your questions and comments as well. And today is all about completely changing how you are in your business and in your writing so that you can write one email and receive a 10K full pay for an 8-week program instead of creating another opt-in, thinking you might need to, write that ebook that you've been putting off. And instead of you doing all of that, using your writing to become a published author instead and completely elevating and positioning yourself in a completely different way. So elevating your business and positioning yourself in a completely different way. So I'm just gonna pull up my lovely presentation here. And I encourage you, of course, to take notes, because I assure you, if you take notes and you take action on one of these ideas I share with you, hello, yay! I guarantee you, assure you, that if you take action on one of these ideas I share with you, you will completely change your business and add, hi, Gerline. Oh, yay, lovely. You will add some amazing money to your business and, of course, amazing clients to your practice and contribute that amazing thing that you do to the world, which is what, this is all about. Hey, Jaime. So fun to see everyone. Okay, so I'm going to share my PowerPoint. My dog is deciding that she might want to be part of this, so she might show up. Hang on, let me just add my PowerPoint to this really quick, if it'll let me. Okay. Wah, wah. Let's see where my PowerPoint is. Here we go. All right. Let's see if you can see this. All right, wonderful. Okay, cool. So I do have some notes, so I might be looking away, but know that I'm here with you. Okay. So this is all about how to create a 10K 8-week sale from one email, y'all. One email, not emailing my list, not creating another opt-in, and really, leveraging your writing, using your writing to become a published author instead. So that is the promise, and that's exactly what I will share with you. I'm going to change the slide. Forget how to do this. It's been a while. Okay. Hopefully you can see this slide. Okay, perfect. Yay! Technology. Okay, so, and I'll, of course, be sharing stories about what I have done that didn't work, what I did to change it, and what you can do to change it, because that's what this is all about. So if you are a coach, therapist, consultant, and, writing, of course, is a part of how you do promotion. So you're sending emails to your list multiple times a week. You've probably created multiple opt-ins and value, free resources, and you think you might need to create yet another opt-in. Yet you're not having, 5-figure full pay sales, let alone, a 10K week. And so maybe not even getting to those 10K months that you truly desire. And it's exhausting and you're tired and you would love to write one email and get a 10K sale. And would love to feel more connected to your spiritual gifts and your intuition and using that more in your work. And you have this desire within you to become a best-selling author, to become a published author, to really elevate, how you see yourself and how you share your message and story. So this is for you, my friends. And of course, this is possible. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here sharing this with you, because this is what I've done. So first, I'm going to share what doesn't work and all the things I did that didn't work that perhaps you might be playing around with as well. So how to go from, endless sales calls, working nonstop, constantly emailing your list, to one email bringing you a 10K full pay 8-week sale, and why you don't need to write an ebook, and how to become a published author instead. Because you are writing, so we're going to take your writing to a whole new level. All right, so first, how to get no's from your list, or, crickets from your posts, because that is that's what's happened to me. And I'll share more about that. So, when I started my business, I was in, a program that was all about, how to create, more opt-ins, how to create lead magnets, email marketing. So I created, being a good student, over 30 opt-ins, and each of those opt-ins had to have a landing page. And then I followed up all of those opt-ins with, many, many times over 7 emails to nurture them. And many of those opt-ins that I did create funnels with, trying to sell like some low ticket item. And of course I was, emailing my list multiple times a week. So I cut and pasted just a portion of an email I sent my list. And I would love to hear your thoughts. Why do you think this email didn't create any sales? Or, why wouldn't have created, because I also used it as a post, why it didn't create any engagement as a post. So I'll just read it to you, and I'd love to get your thoughts on it. So this is just one part of a much longer post and email. So this email is, this is the sweet spot of the spiritual and the intellectual. You want to be tapped into your divine gifts and how you run your business and how you guide your clients while having a clear vision of where you're going and a clear strategy for how you're going to get there. So what do you all think? Would you buy from that post? Would you engage with that post or that email? What do you think is wrong with this email or post? All right. Let's see if there's any. So if you look at this, this is part of a longer one. Like I said, this is me talking at them. It's not a conversation. It's really general, really vague. There's no relatability. There's no personal connection. It's like me telling them who they are instead of having a conversation with them. And there's nothing, unique about what I'm saying. There's nothing special about the person who I'm talking to. I'm not saying anything really special or different about me. It's just like this long monologue of me basically talking to myself about my client instead of having a conversation, instead of talking with them and talking to them. And so you can see, like, I didn't know how to share, how to show them what was different or unique about me. And I was saying something that everyone else is saying. I'm not telling them anything they haven't heard before. And when you are saying the same thing that everyone else is saying, and you're not having a conversation with anybody, that is exactly why, like me, you're writing a lot of content and not getting a lot of response, and not having that content convert into sales, which is, extremely frustrating when you're spending all that time writing and seeing that no one's engaging with it and it's not getting you the results that you want, which is you want it to, incite people to want to get on a call with you and to enroll in your program. So what you can do to shift, if you would like to get yeses instead of nos, you just change the slide here. All right. So the first part is, you are born unique, of course, right? And you have your own unique sales skills. So when you think about this, sales and money are all about relationships. And it's really about making someone feel special, genuinely, sincerely, sharing that, not fake, fawning over someone, but it's really being able to see into someone and what is special about them. So this is different than, of course, like, becoming best friends with your clients. It's really being able to see from a different place what is special and unique about them that they can't see. And the truth is, everyone has that within them, that unique, special skill in selling. It's different for everyone. And I didn't think I had it. I struggled with this. And you can see from that email that I shared, I was saying what everyone else is saying. I wasn't really speaking about what was different about me, what was different about my clients, what was different about what I did. And so in order for money to move, you need to have a relationship with people, to have a dialogue, a conversation. Money has to come through people. And the best way for that to happen, the best way for someone to ask you for the sale is to start to make them feel special about themselves, because then they feel differently about you. And again, like I mentioned, this has to be sincere and it has to be genuine. And what happens is when you see what is special about them that they haven't seen, because we can't see our own, brilliance, our own gifts, then they start to see that you're the only person that's been able to share this part of them, to see through this is what my unique thing is too, is to see through their story of themselves and see a higher story of themselves. And then they feel differently about themselves, which, of course, makes them feel differently about you. So I shared here a part of a longer email that I sent. This is the email that resulted in a 10K full pay 8-week sale. And again, this wasn't to my list. This wasn't part of a nurture sequence. This wasn't anything related to opt-ins or funnels. This was me reaching out to a colleague who I actually hadn't even talked to in months, hadn't seen in even more months. So I'll just read it to you. How's it going? How's everything going? I've been meaning to ask you. You have such a powerful story. And I am working on an anthology book project about the inner voice of guidance. And I think your story would be such a great addition to the compilation. So I saw something in her story that was so different and so special and unique. And I knew this story has to be shared on a bigger stage. And so, of course, the longer email, I went into more detail about that. And what was it about her specific story that I saw that really needed to come through? And of course, how that connected to the work she's here to do in this world. So it doesn't have to be complicated, but it has to be, you have to see something different about them that they haven't quite seen. Because, this is a story that, of course, she knew this story, but it was being able to connect that story in a different way and help her see that story in a different way. And what I saw about that story, it was phenomenal. So then the next part is, it can't just be, hey, share your story. Everyone shares their story, right? So sharing your story really is just, getting attention. And just because you share your story isn't going to make people want to buy from you. So you have to be able to combine, what it is that you see in them that's different and special and unique. And like I said, I can see through people's stories. I really, I know people, I'm able to I'm really good at connecting on a deeper level right away with people and get people to tell me things that they don't tell a lot of people, even from the start. But it's not just that, right? What do we do with that? Great, you have a cool story, you have a powerful story. That's not enough for you to get a 10K sale, right? So we have to be able to combine that. And what I did in this email was I combined her story with my unique celebrity client strategy. So what we did and what we're going to do, she's downloaded in my program, is how to connect your unique story with your dream celebrity clients. Who are the people that if they read your book, they read your story, and they would become obsessed with you and they would share it, and that would completely blow up your visibility. And of course, your authority and prestige and your positioning, right? So we study these people and we link those two things together, your story and your celebrity client crush, so that we completely change your visibility. And of course, this is better than their current marketing. And that is what she saw. What she saw was something that she hadn't even considered was possible before. And that's key, is really helping them see beyond what they see as possible for them, and knowing that you have the ability in your process and strategy to help them achieve that in a way that no one else can. So it's finding that unique thing that you do. And that is what we do in my program too. And that is also part of what we then share as part of the book. So this is, this is really elevated marketing, because really it's about your relationship with money, your relationship with your desires. So if you are, launching all the time, working all the time, what's happening is you're disconnecting from your ideal clients, from your dream clients. And you're doing what I was doing in many, unfortunately, emails and posts, is that you're talking to them instead of with them, instead of bringing them along, like having a conversation. They're sitting across from you at the table and you're drinking coffee, and you're, helping them, sort of bring out the deeper story, that the story that they haven't maybe told anyone, or they haven't even allowed themselves to acknowledge. And you're allowing them, to enter into a space where they see what you see is possible for them, so they feel special. And you have to be really clear on what that is about them. And you have to be clear on the strategy that your specific program does to help them. Because everyone in the coaching space is selling client attraction, is selling, more sales, higher sales. And that's not enough. It's not enough to differentiate you. Everyone's saying that. So I promise there is something special about you and how you do what it is that you do. And I've been there where I didn't think I was sharing the same thing as everyone else. And I promise that there is something in you, just like there is in me. And when we bring these two things together, that ability to see something different and special about your clients, and that unique strategy that you use in the work that you do with your client, when we bring those together, that's how you can write one email and get a 10K full pay 8-week sale. Because really, this is about relationships. It's all about relationships. You have to be able to enter into a very vulnerable space with your clients and what you're sharing, and not just vulnerable like reality TV, but connecting on a deeper level with what they want and how you can help them get there in a very different way than they've ever even thought possible or ever even heard before. So that's part of my gifts, right? Is being able to read people and their deeper story and align that story with their celebrity clients and bring that in, so that they're, of course, boosting their sales, but that's, sort of a side effect. It's more that they're really, elevating their visibility and their authority in their business. But also, this is the cool part, is that they're completely transforming their relationship with their desires and with money. Because when you start to see this, and you start to see these two things, that's when you can have sales easily. That's when you have people reaching out to you asking for sales. That's when you can send an email and get a 10K full pay. So you start to see it doesn't have to be hard, that you can have what you desire, and that you can even have more, the desire beyond the desire. Like that's what I tap into too. And that's the component too of being a published author and putting yourself on a stage, on the world stage in a very different way. Really, elevating and separating from the crowd, because you're not just a coach and consultant and therapist. Now you're a published author, and now you're aligned, with this anthology, you're aligned with 11 other experts in the personal development space. And then you're also, of course, connecting with your celebrity clients. So they become obsessed with you, read everything that you have done, and can't get enough of you, and want to reach out and work with you because they have to have more of you. So in order for this to happen, you have to have a unique strategy, like I do in my book with the celebrity client strategy. And in order for you to have a unique strategy, you have to be aware of your unique genius, what makes you unique. And again, it's not just that you can make them, create more money more quickly or create more clients more quickly. It's much deeper than that. And I promise you, you have that inside of you. And when you really tap into that, that's when you're able to see into your clients in different ways and make them feel special and share your unique strategy in a way that gets them to want to buy from one email. So, what questions do you all have? All right, so let's see. get out of this presentation, see if you have questions. Okay, cool. So if you're in that place where you are tired of writing nonstop, posting nonstop, creating opt-ins, thinking you have to create an ebook or write an ebook, and you really want to reach a bigger audience, your work is powerful and you want to be able to have a greater impact in serving more people in a very different way, and to reach the people that don't even know you exist yet, and the people that you think maybe are beyond your reach, like those celebrity type clients. And you have that deep desire within you to, that creative genius wanting to come through and becoming a published author and being aligned with other experts in the personal development field and really refining your writing and taking that first step in your book writing journey and becoming a published author, while at the same time increasing your sales, like connecting. And what we do is connect the story that you're writing for the anthology to your dream clients, and then we use that in your marketing. So you're not producing, content, which is probably what you're already doing, because that's what I was already doing. But we're really leveraging the story that you're writing for this book, for the anthology, in your marketing, so that while you're writing the chapter in the book, you are using that story in your marketing, and you're connecting that with your ideal clients. And you're already creating increased sales even before the book is published. Instead of waiting, how many book launches happen is you have a big pre-launch, but we're doing it all along the way, so that it's just a little bonus that you're published, because you're already boosting your sales like crazy while you're writing the story for the chapter. And of course, then it's going to blow up even more after you become a published author, because we continue that process of really magnifying your message and elevating your authority and prestige, so that you are on the stage where you're meant to be, sharing your message in a much higher way and higher service to your clients. Because many of your clients, they want to take you home. They don't want to have their computer open. They want to be able to have a tangible, print form of you that they can read throughout the day or before they go to bed, and just really be able to understand your story in a different way and be able to integrate it into their life, which is what this is about. It's transformational writing, so that your clients are transforming while they're reading your story, of course, which makes them want to work with you. And you're transforming in the writing of it, not only in your business, but also in your relationship with money and your desires, like I mentioned. So it's really freaking amazing and powerful. And, of course, 10K, why wouldn't she, invest in it for 10K? It's like a no-brainer. Got it? All right. So send me a DM if this is speaking to you, and we can chat about what it looks like to work together. And if it happens to be a good fit, we will get started right away, so we can start really getting that story out in a different way, refining that story, and getting those high-level, dream clients into your practice right away. Because this is all about collapsing time. We're not waiting months to get your book out. We're writing the book while we're getting those clients into you now, and using what you're writing in your messaging and marketing now, so your desires can come to you now. All right. Yay. Okay. Let me know if you have questions, and I look forward to comments later, or anyone that comes on the replay, and look forward to your DM, so we can start working together, my friends. All right, loves. Talk to you again soon. Bye.